your Sir 7, back with another Terrifying Thursday vid. Now, this first one is called True Chuck E. Cheese Horror Story Animated. This is uploaded by Horror Shorts Party, some different people. So, gonna get right into it.
I've been holding on to this for a couple of years now, and feel like I need to get it off my chest. I had a few years to digest this, and now I'm ready to share my story with the world. I wish to remain anonymous, so for the sake of this story, my name will be Danny.
Alright, Danny.
The details of the story remain vivid, but somewhat foggy, as I try to reminisce on the distant memories that occurred a couple of years ago. It all started when me and my parents resided together in an old townhouse, which was located in a neighborhood notorious for having a high crime rate. I never liked living there, and neither did my parents, but it was the only thing that we could afford at the time. My parents were a little rough around the edges, considering they had both been through a lot in their younger years. My dad has had a few run-ins with the law, while my mom lost both her parents at a very young age, so seeing them edgy at times didn't faze me at all. Well, I'm doing my best, all right?
Can you do something else? What you're doing isn't working.
I'd like to see you do better.
Well, do better, damn it!
Shut the hell up already. I'm tired of hearing you nag all day.
You shut up, you bum!
Oh!
Almost every night, I could hear the constant back and forth bickering that occurred for hours on end between my parents. They would always fight over what I assumed to be financial-related issues, which had only gotten worse over the years.
Yeah.
My parents both didn't really make much money on their respective jobs, so hearing them argue was almost a daily occurrence. I was always scared that things would turn violent, especially with the way these two went at it. I remember one night, I was in my bed trying to induce myself to sleep by watching a couple of YouTube videos on my cell phone. I could hear the usual shouting match coming from the kitchen downstairs. It honestly sounded like they were at the point where they were going to be in a physical altercation. I pressed my ear against my bedroom door and could hear the distant bickering become more hostile between my parents. I could make out my mom saying,
If you don't get a real job, I'm taking Danny and we're moving out.
"What in the hell are you talking about? He doesn't even like you."
Shut up!
What?
Shut up! Shut the hell up!
I remember hearing sounds of my mom opening up the kitchen drawers, which led me to assume she was searching for something sharp and potentially do the unthinkable. That's when I decided to head downstairs and mediate the feud to hopefully put it to rest. As I approached the kitchen, I could see my mom holding a huge knife in an overhand grip, the kind of grip that someone uses in preparation of stabbing someone. I could also see my dad holding one of the dining room chairs, in which I assumed was his defense mechanism.
What are you doing here, Danny? Didn't I tell you never to leave your room unless you have to use the washroom?
I'm sorry, Mom, but I heard you and...
Go to your room, you little turd!
Don't call him that.
Don't tell me what to do, mother.
Mom, please don't kill Dad.
I said go to your room, Danny!
Leave Danny alone and put the knife away, Helen. That's when my mom began piercing the family portrait of us. Except she was only piercing the portion with my dad's face.
Oh!
Mom, stop! Please, stop it!
Wow, he got a
It's been
crazy
a couple
one.
weeks after the whole saga had occurred.
Ooh.
My parents ended up getting a divorce,
Okay.
which unfortunately left me to reside with my mother. The court unfortunately ruled that my mom would be in favor of getting custody of me due to my dad's criminal history with the law. I honestly contemplated on running away due to how much I dreaded living with her, especially with how toxic and controlling her behavior was. I would spend most of my time locked in my bedroom, sulking on why I couldn't live a normal life like the rest of the younger individuals in my neighborhood. Why in the hell do I have to live with her? Why couldn't I just live with Dad? He was always the better parent. I can't stand her. I wish she were dead. What made this even worse was the fact that I had a curfew during my school days. I didn't even have time to join any after-school clubs or sports teams due to the simple fact that I was too worried about not making it home on time. I remember my mom locked me out of the house for several hours due to the fact that I was 5 minutes past my curfew. The one thing I found even more aggravating was how my mom permanently banned me from going to the local Chuck E. Cheese restaurant located down the street from my residence.
That's crazy.
For those that aren't familiar with Chuck E. Cheese, it's a restaurant that has arcade games and playrooms for younger crowds such as myself.
Yeah.
I enjoyed going there, as it would bring back fond memories of when me and my dad used to go. I usually went to Chuck E. Cheese every time it was my birthday, just as a tradition my dad established when we all used to live together. But all of that is gone now. My mom took my entire childhood away from me, which I find equivalent to ripping my heart out of my chest.
You already got it in your hand. What the heck?
Going because she didn't want me to be reminded of my dad's existence. The rules and restrictions I had to abide by really made it difficult to make any friends, which put me in a dark state of mind for the latter part of my life. There was one night where I decided to approach my mom and convince her to bring me to Chuck E. Cheese for my upcoming birthday.
Okay.
I honestly cared more about Chuck E. Cheese than my actual birthday itself, which is why I ended up using it as an excuse to go there. Hey, Mom, can we please go to Chuck E. Cheese for my...
No, Danny, I already told you this.
But it's for my birthday.
No.
I anticipated the rebuttal my mom was going to throw at me, but that didn't stop me from being persistent with my request. After a few tears and relentless pleading, my mom eventually caved in and agreed to take me there on my birthday.
Oh, okay.
The exhilaration of going to Chuck E. Cheese after all these months was honestly something I would compare to an inmate getting released from jail. I felt so excited, to the point where I didn't even care about anything else. Just me and the place that I once grew to love.
Oh my God.
My birthday eventually arrived, and it was time for me to finally visit Chuck E. Cheese once again. It was about the evening time, so the venue was usually packed to full capacity. I couldn't help but marvel at what was in front of me, as I genuinely felt I was a kid in a candy shop. Pinch me. I must be dreaming. I immediately started playing the arcade games while my mom wandered off to grab some food. I remember being so hungry, but at the same time so infatuated with every arcade game that was in front of me. I couldn't help but indulge in countless games, as I knew this could be my very last time at Chuck E. Cheese. That's when I felt a strange tap on my shoulder.
Oh!
I turned towards the direction of where I felt the tap, only to see a large Chuck E. Cheese rat mascot hovering over me.
Oh!
I was a little alarmed that the mascot would approach me, considering there were hundreds of guests in attendance. Hey, Chucky. The mascot didn't say anything. He just stood there staring at me with his big, elongated eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I noticed he had red stains on his costume, which I assumed to be pizza stains.
Yeah, that's pizza sauce.
But then I noticed the stains had transferred onto the shoulder area of my shirt from the tap he did earlier. I now knew that these were definitely not pizza stains.
What?
They had to be blood stains of some sort.
Oh, you killed his mom.
Chucky, is she gone? Yeah, she is. Here, take my hand, Danny. I missed you, Dad. I missed you too, son.
Oh! So that's the dad? He freaking killed the mom? I'm so confused. Oh my God. Wow. That's actually really good. That was really good. That was awesome. Wow, that's literally insane. That's awesome. Okay, this next video... Ooh, that's crazy. Alright. The next one is called Costumes, and it was uploaded by Social House Films. Hi guys, what's up? Some of the best people on YouTube. Is that Victoria? I can't tell. Oh, in the mirror? I can't tell either. No, that's not Victoria. Oh, well, it doesn't look like her. I don't know if that is. If that is you, Victoria, hi. And Aaron, hi. What's in here? Oh my god. I can't read that. Oh god, no. Yep.
How about I wear you for Halloween, bitch?
Oh gosh. How many freaking photos is she gonna take? That's what women do. They take so many photos. That's normally what a lot of women do. Take like freaking 50 photos a day. What my mom does. Oh gosh! What the heck? I did not see that. Oh, yo. Oh gosh. What is that? Look behind you. Oh my. Oh! Oh my. Oh! Oh! That is oh. I'm just being dramatic. I'm sorry about that. But that is disgusting. What is that thing? Oh my gosh. That is disgusting. Oh, oh my gosh. Oh, please do not show the camera that thing again. Oh, oh my gosh. What the heck? Oh my gosh. What the heck? This is actually kind of funny. Oh my gosh, that is disgusting and funny at the same time. Oh my gosh. That is freaking insane. Woo! That's insane. Wow. That's crazy. The next one is called Don't Let Them In, and it was uploaded by K-Lard.
Welcome to Sweetwater, where you can get everything you need to explore a new passion. Take your performance to the
K-Lard got
next level.
240,000 subscribers.
Welcome to the best selection.
They deserve it. If this is good, they deserve it.
Most exclusive.
I already know it's going to be good. If it has over 1 million views. 1.5 million. Whew, okay. Alright, got a fat dog.
Last night, I was in my living room reading some stories about the black-eyed children and the real-life Men in Black.
Oh no.
It was around 2:30 in the morning, and my dog went to the door like he had to go out. I started to get up, and he started growling at the door. He has never growled at anything in his life. He's only 6 months old. Then, my other dog jumped up onto the couch, trembling and whining. She's a year old. Needless to say, this unnerved me, since I was reading about creepy stuff and was already a little freaked out. So, I just sat back on the couch and held my older dog, trying to calm her down. Then a knock came on the door. Usually, my dogs go wild, barking and whining excitedly because they love people. But my 6-month-old puppy ran away from it and came over by me. At this point, my heart was racing, and I was just terrified. All the lights in my house were off, and the curtains were drawn. I don't have a peephole, so I peeked out through the blinds of the window behind me that overlooked the porch. There were 2 boys standing there. One looked to be around maybe 5. He was really little, and the other one was about 10, I'd say. They had their heads down and were wearing winter clothes, heavy jackets. I thought this was weird because it's in the middle of summer. Then, they both turned and looked up at me. I don't have a bulb on my porch light, so I couldn't see their faces, but they looked directly at the window. This freaked me out even more, so I moved away from the window and just sat on my couch. I couldn't believe that this was happening. I had heard that if you knew about them, they would visit you. Then one of them spoke. "Man, can you let us in? It's really cold out here, and my brother is hungry." I didn't move, and I didn't reply. I was immediately alarmed because I had no idea how they knew I was a man. I just sat there on my couch. What the hell would 2 young kids be doing out at this time of night anyway? Plus, it's June in Alabama. It isn't cold by any means. I had read stories, and I thought, nope, not going to answer the door. Fuck this.
Yeah.
"Man, please let us in. I saw you through the window. I know you're there. It will only take a moment."
Why are your voices so deep?
Okay, what the fuck? A moment? What kids say that? I was frozen in fear and just refused to answer them at all. I waited for them to go away and didn't dare look out my window because I just knew that they were right next to it and would be staring back at me with pitch black eyes.
Yeah.
Then, after a few seconds of silence, they started pounding on my window, and I heard the same voice again. "Let us in, please, it's cold. We have to call our mum. She'll be worried if we don't call her." At this point, I was almost in tears. Just sat back against the arm of my couch and held my legs up to my chest. There was no way I was answering the fucking door.
Well, yeah,
I
facts.
stayed that way for about half an hour until I was sure that they were gone and everything was quiet. I never saw these kids' eyes. I have no idea for sure if they were black-eyed children, but I definitely believe that they were. I grabbed my phone and called my friend, who had suggested I read the stories, and woke her up and begged her to come stay the night with me.
Yeah.
After I told her what happened, she agreed right away. About 15 minutes later, she still wasn't here. I started to get worried, because she only lives on the next street over. I saw headlights in my driveway and looked out the window. I saw her get out of the car and run to my door, banging on it. I let her in immediately, and she was crying, and had this terrified look on her face and said, "You aren't going to believe this, but I swear to God, I just encountered the 2 kids you told me about." She said she was at a stop sign and checked her phone for a second when this kid knocked on her window. It startled her, so she looked up, and strangely, the streetlights were out, so she couldn't see his face. But there was another younger kid behind him. She cracked the window open, already apprehensive, and said, "Can I help you?" And the kid said, "Give us a ride," in a demanding, overly confident voice for a child. She didn't say anything, and the kid stepped toward her car, and he was close enough now that she noticed he had jet black eyes.
Oh,
All
God.
black, no white. She said she wanted to drive away immediately, but felt like she was being pulled into his stare, almost opening her door before she snapped out of it.
Yeah.
She gunned the gas pedal and went straight to my house. We stayed up the rest of the night together. According to the stories, they usually pay you more than one visit. So I'm going to take a shit ton of melatonin and knock myself out tonight to try and sleep right through, in case they decide to come again. Believe me or not, this really happened right here in Huntsville. Lock your doors and windows and ignore any child that comes to your door asking for help, especially if it's at night.
Even if they really do need help. Well, alright, you guys. I guess that was it. That's insane. If you guys really did enjoy this, please click the like button and subscribe. I'll see you later.